Welcome back, thanks for joining us for another beer review. Now my machine there has stopped chilling and cooling and making lots of noise. I can actually get on with this. I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes waiting for it to sort itself out. So, we got a beer from North Wales now. I'm going to give you a clue. There we go. Wild Horse Brewing Co. They're out of North Wales, Llandudno. And we are doing a beer from them. And what we've got is a can of their Cadence Pale Ale, coming in at 4.5% in a 440ml can. Not sure how much it was exactly. I've got two pale ales in the fridge to review of theirs. Well, I've got two pale ales. This is one of them. The other one is in the fridge. One was £3.25, one was £3.50. Lovely artwork. I do like Wild Horse Brewing's artwork on their cans. So, let's crack it open and see what we get. Now, a pale ale, for me, some of them, or a lot of pale ales, are starting to get, for me, a lot like session IPAs. A little bit wishy-washy, a little bit plain, a little bit boring, and a little bit forgettable. So, if I'm brutally honest, I don't know if I'm really looking forward to doing this one, but hopefully it's going to be better than what I've just said, or what I think it will be like, and I'm going to enjoy it. So, beer in a glass, there we go. Whew. Whew. Smells good actually, that smells good. In a glass, it's sort of chicken stock, shall we say. Chicken stock colour. We've got about half a finger of white head. It's hazy as you like. Can't see any carbonation going up, but it looks good. So, if I can get a little bit, well no, I won't put any more in yet. I'll wait until I do all the sniffing and the swirling and the shaking and moving it all first. So, without further ado, let's dive in with the nose and stop talking rubbish. Oh yeah, it's got a big juicy fruit note in there. It's hoppy, it's juicy. It's piney, and it's got like a stinging nettle feeling on the nose. It's got that sort of stinging nettle sort of aroma. It might sound a bit weird, but they do have a sort of that sort of smell, and it's got that in it. What hops are in it? Just have a look, shall we, at the hops? It's got Galaxy, Chinook, Eldorado, and Wakuta hops. God, Jesus Christ, trying to read this thing for you. And the rest is in Welsh anyway. It's unfiltered, it's unpasteurised. Let's crack on with it. So it smells really good anyway. I do like the smell of that. It does smell good. So let's dive in on the taste and give this a go. Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's up my street, that is. That's up my street. For me, lovely body on that beer. Taking that mouthful, the body of the beer. For a 4.5% beer, I think it's quite heavy. It's quite a heavy body for a 4.5% beer. Carbonation's virtually nowhere in there. It is super smooth. It's got a lovely silky velvety mouthfeel, which no doubt that lovely compact head is adding to. Now let's have a quick look on the date. Yeah, packaged on the 7th of the 2nd, 22. So this is extremely fresh, and I think that nettle feel that I get in the taste and maybe on the aroma is the freshness of the hops in this. You really do get the fresh, the hops in it, and for me, I think you're picking up that freshness, like I said. So you're getting a little bit of you're getting that sort of nettle taste, if you like, from the fresh hops. A little bit of pine. You're getting a lovely juicy note in there. but it's also got that bitter edge to it. It's got that fresh bitter edge. So what you're getting on the nose with that sort of nettle smell, you definitely get with a bitter edge in the taste. But it's not overly whacking you in the face. When you have some beers that are really fresh, sometimes that hop can be way too fresh. And it can be, you know, I've had a couple and they've been quite off-putting, to be honest. Excuse me. But this is just right. This is nice. And I think maybe because it's a pale ale, even though the hops are really fresh and that, because it's not bombarded with probably more hops, you know, if you was having like a 6% IPA, this would probably be really sort of maybe a bit too much, but it works in this. It actually gives this beer a little bit more balls, to be honest. And I think sometimes a pale ale, especially when they're like 4.5%, they need a bit more of that. Juicy notes. You're getting that sort of, there's like an orange citrus. That's all I seem to pick up now. You do get orange citrus. There's a little bit of mango in there. A bit of grapefruit. A bit of that pine as well. Maybe pineapple. All the usual sort of suspects that you get with a lot of these beers. 4.5%, you don't get that. You certainly don't get the 4.5%. No, you don't. What I would say, and again, you do get this with some of these beers when they're a bit lighter. As me and Chris said, when we were doing the Nakota Session IPA, which was that, I mean, to be fair, that was only 3.8%. This is 4.5. The taste is nice while it's there, but it's there and gone. It does disappear quite quick. And in a sense, that's a little bit of a downer because it does have lovely flavours, but it also makes it a little bit forgettable in a way, because you drink, you taste a bit. You drink, well, you drink, you taste it, it's gone. You drink, you taste, before you know it, it's gone. You could drink a can easy in no time at all, which is a good thing because it's drinkable. But it would make it an expensive drink if you constantly having to buy beers to try and get that flavour to, not to hang around, but to keep replacing that flavour with more beers is going to make it expensive. Whereas a beer, when the flavours are lingering for longer, you can sit, you can relax, you can enjoy it. Whereas this, it's almost a downside to it because you're having to keep going back to it. And you don't necessarily always want to just keep going back to a beer, do you, if that makes any sense. But in general, Wild Horse Brewing Co.'s Cadence Pale Ale is a nice little drop. It's not the best pale ale I've ever had, but it's a nice one. It's decent enough. For me, again, for something that's sort of low ABV and pale ale, $3.25, $3.50. Is it maybe a little overpriced? I think £3 for that would be more than enough for me. But it's a nice enough drop. Again, I picked that up straight from the brewery, so you expect to pay a little bit more. And that's it, really. That's it. I've waffled on for 9 minutes nearly. So yeah, for me, it gets a thumbs up. But it's, you know, like I say, it's a little bit forgettable in a way, but it's nice enough. And it's, like I say, if you want to keep going back, it's not necessarily one of them beers that you want to keep going back to. But it's nice enough, like I say. So if you've had this beer before from Wild Horse Brewing Co. out of Llandudno, Cadence Pale Ale, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Sorry for rambling on so long. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. And if not, don't worry, but keep watching because I appreciate it. And that's it. And I will see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.